Student, Science second, third chapter, Life Processes in Living Organism, Part 2. In that, next topic is sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction always occurs with the help of two germ cells. Means sexual reproduction is the combination of gametes. In you know that in male there is a germ cell, and in female is there is a germ cell, that is called as the male gamete and female gametes. By the combination of male gamete and female gamete is formed, zygote is formed. In this way sexual reproduction takes place. There are two processes in the sexual reproduction: gamete formation and fertilization. There are two steps in the sexual reproduction. First step is called as the gamete formation, and second step is called as the fertilization. First one is the gamete formation. In this step, gametes are formed by the process of meiosis. As you know that in the six chromosomes, in chromosomes are present in pair. While the process of gamete formation by the process of meiosis, chromosomes number reduced to half. Hence the haploid gamete is formed. Means it has only one property. By the meiosis, chromosome number reduced to half and the haploid gamete is formed. Second step is fertilization. In this process, by the union of haploid male gametes and female gametes, a zygote is formed, and this zygote divided by the process of mitosis, and embryo is formed, and this embryo develops into the new offspring, new individuals. This process is called as the fertilization. As in sexual reproduction, there are two parents, male parents and female parents. They give their male gametes and female gametes for the reproduction. Means in reproduction, fusion of male gametes and female gametes takes place. Due to this, new individual always has recombination of two genes. It has recombination of both parent genes, father's genes also and mother's genes also. Means new individual shows the similarity with their parents. They show some characteristics of their fathers and they show some characteristics of their mothers also. These new individuals has some differences from their parents. This diversity in the living organisms occurs due to the genetic variation of the genetic. This genetic variation helps the organism to adjust themselves according to the change in the environment and maintain their existence on this earth. Due to this, the plant and animal which do the sexual reproduction are able to save themselves from the extinction. Now, next topic is the sexual reproduction in the plant. Flower is the main structural unit of the sexual reproduction in the plant. Means whatever sexual reproduction is done by the plant, it is done by the flowers. What is the structure of flower? Flower is consist of four flora that are calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium. Calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium. These are arranged in sequence from outside to inside. Calyx, then corolla, then androecium, then inside that gynoecium. Androecium and gynoecium is the main part of the plant, which main flora of the plant, which do the process of reproduction. Therefore, androecium and gynoecium are called as the essential walls because they perform the function of reproduction. Whereas calyx and corolla are called as the accessory walls because they are responsible for the protection of calyx, protection of inner walls such as androecium and gynoecium. Calyx and corolla protect the androecium and gynoecium. Therefore, these are called as the accessory walls. Now, come to the calyx. Members of calyx are called as the sepals. Sepals are green in color. They protect the androecium and gynoecium. And then corolla, members of corolla are called as the petals. They are various in color because their main function is to attract the insect during the pollination. Now, in main reproduction unit in flower is the androecium and gynoecium. The flower which contains both androecium and gynoecium in the same flower, then that flower is called as the bisexual. If the both whorls, androecium and gynoecium, are present in the same flower, then that flower is called as the bisexual flower. For example, hibiscus. If a flower is called unisexual flower, if any one of the two whorls, androecium or gynoecium, between them anyone is present in the flower, then that flower is called as the unisexual flower. If any, if only androecium is present in the flower, then that is called as the male flower. If only gynoecium is present in the flower, then it is only called as the female flower. Example, papaya. In papaya, male flower and female flower are different. Many flowers have stalk for their support. Therefore, that flowers are called as the pedicellate flowers, whereas there are some flowers they don't have stalk for support. They are called as the sessile flower. As I told you, that the main production unit in the flower is the androecium and the gynoecium. Now, androecium. You can see in that diagram, this is the androecium. Androecium is also called as the stamens. You can see it is written in the diagram. Stamen. This in stamen there are two parts, filament and anther. Filament give the support to the anther. In anther there are many locules, one or two locules, which contains pollen grain. In each pollen grains, there are two male gametes present. Androecium is the also called as the stamen. Members of androecium is called as the stamens. Stamens consist of filament and anther. In anther, there are locules. Inside the locules, there are pollen grains are formed. And in each pollen grain, there are two male gametes. Now, gynoecium. Members of gynoecium is called as the carpel. This is the, you can see in the diagram, this is the gynoecium. Members of gynoecium is called as the carpel. Carpel has three parts: ovary, style, and stigma. Carpel can be divided into three parts: ovary, style, and stigma. Base of the carpel is called as the ovary. The base of carpel is called as the ovary. Ovary contains one or many ovules. In the ovary there are one or many ovules. You can see the in ovules there are many structure, small structure, that is called as the ovules. In ovary there is one or many ovules, and in each ovules there is a embryo sac, means there is a one egg. They means there is a one female gametes. In each ovary there is a one female gametes. Once again, gynoecium, members of gynoecium is called as the carpel. Carpel can be divided into three parts: ovary, style, and stigma. At the base of the carpel there is ovary. Ovary contains one or many ovules. In each ovules there is a embryo sac in which there is a one female gamete, that is you can also called as, that is also called as egg. Style is a pipe-like structure. It is hollow tube joining the ovary and stigma, and stigma is present at the tip of the carpel, which has some sticky substance. This is the structure of the flower. This is the structure of the reproductive system of the plant. Now, how the reproduction takes place in the plant? During the reproduction, first pollination takes place. What is the pollination? Pollen grain from the anther transferred to the stigma. This process is called as the pollination. When pollen grain from the anther where is present? Anther is present in the androecium. Anther is present on the androecium. So pollen grain from the anther transferred to the stigma. This process is called as the pollination. And pollination occurs with the help of some abiotic agents such as wind, water, biotic agents such as insect and other elements. So due to the pollination, pollen grain reaches to stigma. Stigma becomes, see here, this is the gynoecium. A pollen grain reaches here. See here, pollen grains are reached here. Stigma becomes sticky, and that pollen grain stick to the stigma. When pollen grain stick to the stigma, it gets germinated and it changes into the pollen tube. Now see, this pollen grain changes into the pollen tube, and in each pollen tube there are two male gametes. In each follicle, there are two male gametes. I told you, on stigma, pollen is germinate and it germinated into the pollen tube, and in that tube there are two male gametes. Through this tube, the male gamete reaches to the ovules of the ovary. They reaches to the ovules of the ovary. See, ovules diagram, bigger diagram is given here. Okay, ovules are bigger here. So, when pollen grain reaches to the ovules through the pollen tube, the pollen tube burst and two male gametes released into this embryo sac. Y style. One male gametes united with the egg cell and form the zygote. This is called as the fertilization. And second male gamete with other unites with polar nuclei. Other male gamete unite with polar nuclei present in the embryo sac, and endosperm is formed. What I told you, two male gametes release into the embryo sac. One male gamete combine with unite with the female gamete, that is egg cell, and form zygote. This is called as the fertilization. Then this in pollen tube there is one there are also one male gamete also there. That second male gametes unite with the polar nuclei of the embryo sac and form the endosperm. As two nuclei participate in this process, as there are two time of fertilization takes in this process, therefore this process is called as the double fertilization. Two fertilization means one fertilization is one when one male gamete combined with the egg cells. Other fertilization is when the other male second male gamete unite with the polar nuclei. In this way, there are two double fertilization takes place in that. When the fertilization completed, zygote is formed and endosperm is formed. When the zygote is formed, when the fertilization completed, these ovules converted into the, when fertilization completed, this ovule zygote is formed, this ovules is converted into the seed. This was converted into the seeds. Goals converted into the seed, and this entire ovary converted into the fruit. What I told you, when fertilization completed, these ovules in which fertilization has taken place, that ovules converted into the seed and ovary converted into the fruit. Okay. What I told you, ovary develops into the seeds, ovules develop into the seeds, and ovary into the fruit after fertilization. When, when the fruit breaks, the seeds falls upon, it goes on the surface of soil under the favorable condition. These seeds germinate and zygote started developing. Zygote starting developing. So when zygote start developing, from where they get food, they get nutrition. As you know, that in fertilization, endosperm is also formed. There was double fertilization. So when favorable conditions, seed started germinating, zygote is started developing. The food which is stored in the endosperm, due to that foods which is stored in the endosperm of seeds, that from using that stored food, zygote they develop, and thus they develop into the new plant net. This is called as the seed germination. In this way, plants do the sexual reproduction. Okay, thank you.